Hello, it's Phil Thatch, and I just got home from work and I asked Heather if she wanted to go and do some wildlife photography, and she said that she would. And so we only have one telephoto lens that's good for wildlife and for Nikon, and so that means I'm probably going to shoot Canon, and that leaves the ZFC doing nothing. So Heather is going to shoot with our new ZFC tonight, so that'll be fun, and I'm going to shoot with my Canon R6. And just like the last time, or one of the most recent times we came out to do wildlife photography, we came outside, and in the neighbor's front yard, you may even be able to see it now, is a yard bunny. So before we even got started on real wildlife, we shot neighborhood bunnies. Here is Heather's first photo she ever made with the Nikon ZFC. She made a photograph of the yard bunny in the next door neighbor's front yard. She has light to her back, and I went around to the other side and I did a backlit shot, which typically is not the best idea, but I thought this one came out really, really nice using the 800 f11 of the backlit badass bunny. And this, if you're watching this in 4K, this is a 100% crop. And I wanted to show it a little bit closer, even though it's not the best way to look at it because I like the way everything is reflecting in the bunny's eye. But this is the way I actually want to present it, and I actually made a 4x5 version of this and shared it on Instagram, so you may have seen it. Well, we've come down here to Volkswagen Wetlands, which is a place we love to come. Right now it's so close to dark that the equestrian trail, which we love to do bird photography on, that's near here, the gate's closed, but a number of our friends have been seeing green heron here, and there are a pair here, which we've been making photographs of. Of course, it's crazy almost dark, and it's so funny because just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, at Disney World Epcot Center, I got a photograph of a green heron just from really close range. It was an easy shot with my 500, and tonight I'm using my 800, and it's way smaller in the frame. So things are easier, at least for wading birds, in Florida than here in Chattanooga. But Heather is getting used to the controls on the ZFC. They're a little bit different. She's got some nice shots, though, it looks like. And I don't know if I got one as good as what she just showed me or not, but I definitely got a couple. And I think I'm going to get a tripod and put the 800mm lens on a tripod and maybe make a short video clip of the green heron while it's kind of sitting still. We were really happy to see this green heron, and this is a really nice shot that Heather made. Look at the lotus flower. It's all the petals of the flower are gone, but you can see the center of the lotus flower. And this is a video clip that I made using the Canon R6 and the 800 f11. And I don't know, it looks like it might have something caught in its throat. Maybe it's trying to finish swallowing a frog that it ate. A lot of times these green heron there at VW Wetlands eat frogs. Here is another one of Heather's shots with the Nikon ZFC, FTZ adapter, and the Nikkor 200-500 lens. Look at the beautiful green heron getting ready to pounce on something. And here's one of my shots. This is with the Canon R6 and the 800 f11, the beautiful green heron. This is a mature one. The one that we photographed, or I photographed at Epcot, was an immature one. And here is another photograph. I didn't do any gigapixel. I think Heather did a little tiny bit of gigapixel work on at least one of her shots, but I didn't do any of that. And here's one more shot of this beautiful green heron. There were actually 3 of them there, and I think we photographed 2 of the 3, so I'm not sure which ones are which. And here's a little bit more of 4K video of this beautiful green heron as it's trying to figure out what's wrong with its throat, I think. And here is another one of Heather's shots. Look at the beautiful green heron down low against the water and slowly hunting for something to eat. Well, it's getting pretty dark out here. Sunset is, what time you got, Heather?
7:50.
It's 7:50. What time is sunset?
8:21.
But it's fully overcast, so it's pretty dark. And what'd you get pictures of?
Green heron, muskrat, maybe a phoebe. They've been staying kind of far back, so they're kind of small in the frame. But definitely I've got some green heron and some muskrat.
So what are you thinking about the ZFC?
I like it.
Once you figure out the buttons?
Yeah, once I figured out the buttons, I was good.
So the play button, if you want to look at your pictures, is in a different place. What else?
Yeah, I don't know if this is different or not, but when I pulled up my menu to 5-star in camera, it seemed like there was a quick crop before I went to the rating, so I accidentally quick cropped one of the pictures.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, but then I figured out, oh, I just got to go down and I can 5-star. So unfortunately, that picture of the green heron with his tongue hanging out the side of his mouth is not good. But
You know, we'll have to figure that out when we get home, if it actually has cropped it in camera,
yeah,
or if the raw file still has the whole thing. So
yeah,
did you 5-star that one?
yeah, I think I did.
After you cropped it?
Yeah.
I got you. Well, I was shooting with the R6 and the 800 f11, and f11 is not really good when it's almost dark. But I made a few photos, and then I kind of switched over to video, where I could shoot. My shutter speed for video was 1/30th of a second, and you know, it's okay for video at that speed. And I made some video of a few things.
Yeah.
So let's look at the pictures, and then maybe I might sprinkle some video in and amongst the pictures. Nikon ZFC Muskrat photography by Heather Boyd, using the 200 to 500 f5.6 lens at 5000 ISO, wide open at 5.6. Here is some video that I made with the 800 f11, 1/30th of a second for this little clip. And now we're back to another one of Heather's photographs using the ZFC, 5600 ISO on this one. She was at 1/320th of a second. You need more shutter speed for stills. And here's another little clip. I made lots of clips, but I just kind of picked out the very best portions to show to you. And I guess it's eating the root system for those lily pads or whatever those things are. And it was really enjoying them. And here is another one of Heather's photographs using the ZFC and the 200 to 500. This one's only at 4000 ISO. Still 1/320th of a second. Anything else you want to say about the ZFC? First time ever shooting with it. And
Yeah.
how many people, the very first time they ever shot with a ZFC, they had a 200 to 500 on there?
Yeah.
I can only think of one.
So, I do miss my hand grip on my Z50 when shooting wildlife in particular. If I had a lighter lens on, like a 51.8 or something, or even the 16 to 50 kit lens, or the 50 to 250 kit lens at that, I probably wouldn't miss the grip as much.
I miss it.
I have smaller hands than he does, so, but even with my small hands, I really miss it doing wildlife and having a heavy lens on it.
Yeah, that camera is more about what it looks like than perfect ergonomics.
Yeah.
But you know, in Europe, you can get, you know, it's really expensive though. It's way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. I don't want to say the price because I'll say it wrong, but I think it's 119 pounds. Which I think that translates to
probably like 150,
like $160 or something like that. But hopefully, Small Rig, who tends to make really cool products to stick on your camera, hopefully Small Rig will make some sort of a bracket / handle for the ZFC pretty soon. I mean, the chances that they won't is pretty slim.
Yeah, that would be really helpful if you've got a heavy lens on it.
Oh, and now it's starting to rain.
Uh-oh, we should probably pack up.
Yeah. Here is a Lotus Flower photograph I made with the 800 f11 and the R6. That's not the most beautiful Lotus Flower in the world, but I did think it was beautiful in its own way with the dark background. All right, so we are packing up and getting ready to head on out of here from Volkswagen Wetlands. Let me show you the other side of the road. Of course, I've been here 1,000 times in videos, and I took David out here, and he's been here 2 or 3 times in videos after that. So look, there goes, I just spooked some ducks. A lot of times you see deer down here. Matter of fact, we saw one down here when we first got here, but we were more excited about the green heron, which other people have seen this summer, but not us. Anyway, we appreciate you joining us for this wildlife photography with almost no light video, and we hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, we always appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to see some more like this and just all sorts of things on this channel, subscribe and hit the bell. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.
that first.
Oh yeah.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.